I gotta be honest, this is another movie of Freddy's that didn't do it for me. This one just really didn't do it. I mean, I really want to give it about a 4. I could maybe almost say 5 if I'm being real nice about it because there were some comical scenes there. But this one was definitely much more cartoonish compared to the other ones. I mean, the boy went into the TV, he got into the video game that Freddy was controlling, and I mean, the whole thing was just silly. I mean, it was laughable. This movie, you could probably say, is this one right here. I mean, you can get kids and preteens to watch this one because this one really wasn't scary at all, at least in my opinion. Before I get to the reviews, let me do the usual. Let me do my broken record usual by going through the cast and the box office numbers and then the synopsis. Common Sense Media hasn't yet posted a review for this movie, but give it time, they probably will. Again, distributed by New Line Cinema, New Line Home Entertainment. Of course, the screenplay and directed by, okay, well, not the director this time, but screenplay Wes Craven. The budget on the film was $11 million. The box office was $35 million. That's about right for a movie like this, and considering the time that it came out. Murderous ghoul Freddy Krueger has slaughtered every last child in his hometown. He ventures on to a new location, scouting fresh young victims to hack up with his finger blades. He arrives in a small town in which his long-lost daughter, Maggie, works as a therapist for troubled youths. He attempts to recruit her for his dastardly pursuits, but she has other ideas. Father and daughter meet for a bloody showdown that will determine Freddy's fate once and for all. This is a slasher film, so when they say once and for all, it's never once and for all. At the end of the movie, she says, Freddy's dead. And all the real horror slasher fans are saying, no, he's not. He's not dead. They always say in Scream, they always come back. So the cast, of course, Robert Englund played Freddy. Lisa Zane played Maggie. Lezlie Deane played Tracy. Shon Greenblatt was John. Yaphet Kotto was Doc. Johnny Depp was Glenn. Tom Arnold was the childless man. And Breckin Meyer was Spencer. Now we get to the reviews. And by the way, it's not currently available on any major streaming right now. So it's not on, I think it was on Max, but then again, of course, you know me, I get everything from YouTube and Amazon if it's not on the streaming. And if you can't get it there, then okay, well, it's whatever. Or you can get on, maybe rent it or buy it on Apple TV or Vudu or Redbox or Google Play and Movies or something. So the reviews on this movie are relatively lower compared to a lot of the other movies, which comes as no surprise. Although I do see some ratings here that are a little bit higher than what I thought. So Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic both gave it a 22 and a 39% respectively. Normally I would criticize Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, but in this case, I'll let them slide with that because, again, this movie is, for me, it's a 5 at best. And if it wasn't for the comical scenes, I would for sure give it a 4. Internet Movie Database, 47. And Google users, 58 to 77. Wow. Now, let me see if I can look for some short reviews on here. Okay, paragraphs. This one right here says, it was silly, stupid, but it had a funny twist to end the movie. This was the type of thing they were aiming to do. As much as people hated it, it's actually okay. I love the humor they use. It wasn't supposed to be scary. Oh, well, if that's the case, then all right. I mean, that's kind of what I said. At least they tried something new. There have been enough scary films to express Freddy Krueger, so you expect the scares. Can you ever get bored of that, guys? This person gives it a 10 out of 10. All right. This one right here says, my least favorite of the series. Haven't seen the remake yet. Now, the remake, in my opinion, is much better than this particular film. I don't think it tops the original film, but I think the remake is worth watching. Has worse tone clashes than Part 5 with a cartoonish Freddy killing people in cartoonish ways, and there are serious scenes only moments later that feel out of place. The story started interesting with the John Doe character and Freddy being in control of Springwood, but after a while the film becomes a retreat of past movies with teens who are in a psychiatric help like Part 3. The same plan to get Freddy in the real world like the first movie and over-the-top dream sequences that were more effective and scary in the other movies. This person says, hashtag cartoon show. Yeah, and like I said, yeah, I don't know. I probably won't see this film again for a very, very long time. And most people know me. I'm a person who watches a lot of movies more than once, especially if I either really like them or even kind of like them a bit. But I know I watched the original one more than once. Of course, I did watch it more than once. The remake I saw twice, maybe 3 times. So Rotten Tomatoes right here says, Dream Child was already pretty weak, and now they made Freddy's Dead, which is even weaker. The script was badly written. The actors were horrible, except for Englund, of course. That's what they said. This film came out in 91. So after this, I got one more Freddy movie to do. It's Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So stay tuned. I'll be talking about a lot more horror films on here. I got a lot of other movie franchises to get to. Of course, I always talk about Freddy and Scream. I'm going to get to the Friday the 13th films. I've covered a little bit of them, but I haven't done them one by one. The Halloween movies, I did one Chucky movie. I'll do the rest later. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I did Insidious, and there's a lot more coming. The Hills Have Eyes, and House of Wax, Piranha, all that stuff. So like and subscribe. I got more coming.